Of Bureau and his entire team, we appreciate you coming here today to face Gambians and answer pertinent questions. I know there are some issues around. Gambians are eager to hear from you, particularly members of the press, with regards to a recent press release that was going around. So I think they'll need clarification. But before I start, I'd like to first of all give an update since our last press conference from the Gambia government. The first update, the Gambia in solidarity with ICJ, which is the International Court of Justice, their opinion on Israel's occupation of Palestine territory. The Gambia welcomes the advisory opinion of the International Court of Justice, the ICJ, declaring Israel's occupation of the Palestinian territory illegal under international law. As the current chair of the OIC, His Excellency the President endorsed the Gambia's participation in the advisory opinion proceedings. This involved a written submission and an oral presentation by Gambian Justice Minister, Honorable Dawda during the court's hearing earlier this year. The ICJ accepted the Gambia's arguments that Israel's occupation is illegal as it violates Palestine's right to self-determination, and it constitutes a regime of apartheid and breaches international law governing the use of force. The court also ruled that Israel's legislation and measures create and maintain a near complete separation of the West Bank and East Jerusalem between settler and Palestinian communities, violating Article 3 of the Convention on the Elimination of Racial Discrimination, the CERD. The Republic of the Gambia welcomes this historic ruling and calls on Israel, all states, and the United Nations to abide by its findings and conclusions. The message ends. The next update. The Gambia government bans cross-border sale of subsidized fertilizer. The Gambia government has learned that its heavily subsidized fertilizer intended solely for Gambian farmers is being sold across the border. To address this, the government instructs all local government authorities, the Gambia Police Force, and sister security institutions and agencies to arrest and confiscate fertilizer en route to destinations beyond our borders. The public is urged to cooperate fully and report any fertilizer smuggling attempts nationwide. The next update. President Barrow signs executive order suspending non-statutory overseas travels. Now, let me remind the members of the press and the public that this is not a new order. This is a reminder that the order to ban non-statutory travels is still in place since last year, and this is just a reminder, so it's nothing new. In an effort to curb government expenditure, President Barrow, acting under Section 76, Subsection 1 of the 1997 Constitution, has signed an executive order immediately suspending all non-statutory overseas travels by the President, Vice President, Cabinet Ministers, senior government officials, civil servants, and employees across all government institutions and agencies. Exemptions to this order include travel to statutory meetings where the Gambia's participation is mandatory, and foreign trips fully funded by external sources, subject to prior approval by the President or for an authorized official. Delegates are required to submit back to office reports to the Cabinet upon their return. Once again, this is not a new ban. As an existing ban, it's just a reminder that it is still in force. The Ministry of Lands, Regional Government and Religious Affairs also issued a press release, a formal directive to all Alkalolus and Sefolu to immediately cease levying fees on land transactions. While traditionally it has been common to offer gifts to Alkalolus and chiefs as a token of appreciation, charging fees for land transactions has no legal basis and therefore it is unlawful. The minister emphasizes that unauthorized charges for land transactions violate principles of fairness and transparency and will not be tolerated. The ministry remains committed to upholding the rule of law, ensuring equitable access to land resources, and promoting good governance and land administration. That was the last update. I'm pleased also to inform you that We have the Ministry of Justice here present today to also update Gambians. I wasn't sure whether they were coming or not because I didn't get the final word, but I just saw the Solicitor General and his team coming in about the state of the current constitution, the draft constitution, but also update Gambians about the strides made so far in implementing the TRRC recommendations. I think Gambians will be very eager to hear from the SC and his team, or from the Minister of Justice, about the state of the draft constitution, but also update Gambians about the implementation so far of the TRRC recommendations. Without much ado, I'd like to start with Pura. I'll invite the DG of Pura. I'll give you 15 to 20 minutes to tell Gambians exactly what your institution, what the authority has been doing, but also any other information for the authority, and then we'll have Q&A, then we'll have the Ministry of Justice. Also present here today is Mr. Sankano. He's supposed to chair this event, but I think he came a bit late, so the DPS did that job for you, but you can take over from now. Now we have Pura coming in. You can come and say a few words, and then officially invite Pura to coordinate the role of the chairperson. Thank you. Thank you very much, Mr. Chair, and thank you. And I'll come to the media very soon. I'll first have to thank the Solicitor General, the Minister of Justice, and his team, this brilliant young lady. We're really proud of you. Keep it up. DG, Pura, and your entire team, thank you very much for coming. Your presentations both were very comprehensive, very enlightening, and I think now our mandate as a ministry is what we call proactive disclosure of information. We are not waiting for people to ask for information now. We want to ensure now we have what we call information overflow. And I'm seeing that now because there was a period when the media was complaining, oh, government doesn't come out to talk to people. We call them, where are they now? It's unfortunate that only 2 journalists out of the entire country is here to ask questions from important institutions like Pura, with all they are doing, from an important ministry like the Minister of Justice, in this very important period in our democratic transition. The entire country, only 2 journalists ask questions. And the complaint was, government doesn't talk to people. We ask questions, they don't answer. We say, now come, we have information for you, and they run away. It means there's an overflow of information now. And we couldn't stop. Even if no journalist comes, we will come and talk to the Gambian people. We're not talking to journalists, we're talking to the Gambian people. Because the journalists are the link between us, the government, and the people. Journalists take information from us and give it to the people. That is why they are critical partners. So we urge all journalists, all media houses, that when we call for a press conference, please come and ask questions. Because they're offering public service to the people. The questions are not for you, the information is not for you, it's for the people. That is the role we are playing as a media house, and that is how we engage you as a Minister of Justice. So thank you very much. I think this was a very good session. I thank the media houses who came, our media contract partners, Paradise TV, they were covering live. And the beauty of this press conference is that it was shown live across multiple channels. You tune on GRPS today, is the press conference everyone was watching. You tune on QTV, it is the press conference. Paradise, the press conference. iAfrica, the press conference. Star TV, the press conference. Partner Network, the press conference. So 6 to 7 channels are showing this press conference live. So wherever you tune to today, it is either the press conference or you put your TV off. You have no other choice. I thank the media contractors, the journalists who are here today, and the staff of the Ministry of Information. The next press conference will be in 3 to 4 weeks. We'll inform you on time which institutions are coming. The next event for the Ministry of Justice is the next month Sakunda, which is this Friday at 8 p.m. at the conference center here, and the Ministry of Higher Education, Science, Research and Technology, Professor Pierre Gomez and his entire satellite institution will be there. The difference between the press conference and the Mansakunda, the press conference is for the media, journalists to ask questions. The Mansakunda is for the public interface. We ask and appeal to the public to come on Friday at 8 p.m. here to interface with the Minister of Higher Education and his team to ask relevant questions regarding higher education, tertiary education, vocational training, and youth employment, because they are kind of linked. So I thank you for this session, Mr. Chair, thank you very much. And I thank once again DG of Pura and his team. SC, we thank you, we thank the Minister. Please convey our appreciation for sending his team despite it was so short notice. And thank you everyone until next press conference. Thank you.